Good evening, family. It is Thursday, the 7th of September, and finally we have a bit of a quiet week. This is Jai Jagadish.
Know you are loved. Rest in peace.
Show me your names on the screen. Who is here with me?
Dream your sweet dreams till your soul is released. Know you are loved. Rest in peace. Dream your sweet dreams
Hello, beautiful Jess.
till your soul is released.
Here I am, family. Hello. Let's take it down a bit.
Beloved child.
This is Jai Jagadish in Dreams. Beautiful, beautiful song. I thought to start with something soft, something loving, because this is kind of what this week is coming up for us now. We have been through a very intense, uncomfortable week, and now there's this week that not much is happening. Time for us to kind of integrate, to reflect, to get, to receive, to understand, in preparation for the new moon in Virgo, which is coming next Friday. So finally, I have an easy job tonight. An easy love stream that is not as intense, it's not as complex, and you know, it's also nice feeling for me to know that I don't have to deliver such intense weather forecast. Being an astrologer and a guide in the last year or two or three or four hasn't been an easy job, you know. Hello, Ruina and beautiful Gali. Hello, Kimberly. Hello, Simone. Hello, Namaste, Bharat, Rukshika, and Trishan. Hello, brother Robert. What a week. What a week. Narcissism galore. Yeah, that could be easily a part of it. But you know, here we are. Another week has passed and another week is ahead. And it's just kind of like we just keep on showing up and we keep on showing up. Last week I told you, as soon as we hit September, it's like we hit the muddy swamp, you know, and we feel stuck and nothing is moving and it's uncomfortable. And so yeah, this week has been kind of, let's say, I would say the most stuck energy. But at least Venus stationed direct, so, you know, she's stationed direct, she's moving direct, but she hasn't really moved much because it takes her time to kind of really get into her mood. And now this is the last week of Mercury retrograde this week, so next Friday is gonna be a cool shift. We're gonna have a new moon in Virgo with Mercury stationing direct, and the new moon is gonna be trining Uranus. We will talk about it more next love stream or next week. But I just wanted to kind of mention it, just to kind of make you understand. We're looking towards something nice next Friday, a nice shift of energy. But this week is really quiet. It's a week that we kind of like integrate, contemplate, reflect, meditate, balance, align, understand. And there's some actually positive things that are coming up. So I'm very, very happy to be able to deliver this love stream to you, which is much easier and much softer. And it's also going to be shorter because tonight there is the first round of the footy finals of Australia and it starts at 7:20, so that's why I made a love stream earlier, so everyone could watch this and watch the footy finals. Also because my son really wants me to watch the game, so I was like, okay, cool, roger that. Shalom Dana. Last night we had Mercury conjunct the Sun. So let's start with that. I'm just gonna bring up the Mahamritanya mantra to gather us in the background as we say thank you so much to Jai Jagadish in Dreams. Beautiful song. And here is the Mahamritanya mantra. As always, a mantra for peace, for healing, for us, for the world. Good things to have in the background as we go through our day by day. So let's scan the charts. This is right now, and what can we see? we can see on your 3 o'clock that the sun is on 14 degrees Virgo. We are in the middle of Virgo season, which means we are 2 weeks away from the end of winter. Yay! 2 more weeks for winter, but you can also sense spring. This week was beautiful. There were some really beautiful days with sun, and butterflies appeared suddenly, and you can see that the trees are blossoming. There's the pink blossom trees in the streets, and all the trees are starting to kind of show the blooming, kind of like the seeds of the bloom coming out. So soon enough we'll have some beautiful blooming trees and flowers, which is not good for the people who has like all kind of pollen kind of sensitivities, asthma and things like that. It's always in springtime in Melbourne. It can be a bit tough for people who have like allergies to the pollens and asthma and all these kind of things, but at least it's beautiful for the eyes. So sun is on 14 degrees of Virgo, Mercury retrograde on 12 degree Virgo. Yesterday, last night, exactly 24 hours ago, no, not 24, 21 hours ago, last night at 9 o'clock, we had the sun conjunct Mercury, the Cazimi between the Mercury and the sun. Just a second. A cup of tea. Suddenly became windy and rainy out there. Over here at your 5 o'clock we've got Venus at 12 degrees of Leo together with Juno on the 11th degree of Leo, and this is part of this week, that all this week Venus and Juno are traveling together. The moon right now is on 19 degrees Gemini here at your 6 o'clock. Uranus retrograde on the 23 degrees here in Taurus. Jupiter next to it, 15 degrees of Taurus. South node of the moon, 25 degrees of Aries, heading towards Aries on the 25 degrees Aries. Chiron, 19 degrees Aries. Neptune, 26 degree Pisces. Saturn, 3 degrees Pisces, about to go into the 2nd degree. Pluto on the 28th degree Capricorn, about to go to the 27th degree America Pluto return degree for the last final time. That's a big thing. And then the south node is on 25th degree of Libra. Mars is on the 6th degree of Libra. I need to take the music a bit down. Mauritania mantra a tiny bit down. Yeah, much better like that. Okay, so basically when I say this week is relatively weak, is that we don't have main big alignments that kind of like really intense processes. There's only 2 main aspects, and the rest is kind of pretty kind of flowing, which is nice to have because we've been through a very intense time with a lot going on. So before I go into it, I would like to say, as always, love and gratitude to all the Patreon community for your support, for your subscription, for your support of me and my work and this service. If you are watching us on YouTube and you are enjoying this and loving this, then your free unconditional support is press like on this movie and subscribe to our channel. I must be honest, it's been really heartwarming and uplifting to see the last few weeks. There is more and more likes on each movie, and there is more subscribers joining us, and it's growing in the fastest rate we had for a long time. So it's really nice to have, and thank you all so much for that. So keep on sharing it with your friends, with your family. I'm getting some really beautiful feedbacks in physical reality from people that meet me from time to time in the streets in different places, that they're watching this and they're really enjoying this, and it really helps them. So it makes my heart so happy, and I'm really, really happy to hear that, because that's what I'm doing it for. I love helping people. I love sharing laughter, entertainment, insights, guidance, wisdom, whatever we can share, just in service of love, for the betterment of all, to raise the vibration, to raise the frequency as much as we can. It's not an easy time for any of us. We're all dealing with all kind of weird elements in our reality, in our life. And if this can shed some light, some love and some light and some laughter, blessed be. So press like and subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends and beloveds, spread it around. That's helping me a lot. And if you want to support me directly, you can join our Patreon community through patreon.com/healingdelight. There you'll be with us on our Telegram chat rooms, and you get the new moon and full moon sound healing meditations straight into your home. And the other thing is that the physical activities, as always, sound healing meditation at He Yoga on every Tuesday at 7 p.m. So feel free to join me this coming Tuesday. And now in September, as I mentioned before, we have the full moon and the new moon and the full moon falling on the weekends. And so Saturday the 16th of September, I still haven't opened it on a booking system, I'll do it today or tomorrow, but Saturday the 16th of September there will be sound healing meditation for the new moon in Virgo, and which is also the Jewish New Year's Eve, so we're now starting to kick into the New Year's kind of cycle. The Hebrew calendar is always the first one in September, and that's on the new moon in Virgo. And then the full moon on the 29th of September is also falling on the weekend, so I will be at Here Yoga on the weekend as well. So in September you could join us on Tuesday at 7 p.m. and you could join us on the weekends of the new moon and the full moon. It will be my pleasure to see you. If you need healing sessions, it's a great time to work on yourself, great time to heal. I had some really lovely sessions this week with beautiful people, and I really love helping people and just shifting their energy. So book yourself in through the booking system. Healing, you can find the booking system link in the blurb of this movie and in all the biographies of the social media, also through healingdelight.com. And that's pretty much it for that. So last night, remember, we are in this Mercury retrograde on top of everything else, right? So everything beside Mars and Venus is in retrograde. Last week Venus was also in retrograde, so it was everything but Mars. Now we have everything but Venus and Mars, but as you know this, excuse me, Venus stationed direct on the 12th degree and 12 minutes on Tuesday, on Monday. And right now, here we are 3 days later, and Venus is still 12 degrees, 24 minutes. So she only moved 12 minutes in these 3 days. That's why I mean that she is direct, but we're still not fully feeling that. And especially when she went direct, it's like, it's not that we could kind of tell like, oh yeah, Venus direct, I can really feel the change. It's a bit hard to feel because everything is in retrograde. So, okay, great, Venus went direct, but everything else is not really moving forward. So patience, beloveds, patience. That's the key word for this time. Patience, acceptance, just trust the process. Don't give up, don't quit, just keep on doing what you can do and have patience for this process. And remember that these too shall pass, and don't reject this energy because it's retrograde season. Don't reject this energy because not much is moving forward. Embrace this energy because it's also a blessing. It's a time for us with all the energy going backwards into retrograde, going inwards. It's kind of like, okay, we will get to a time a few months from now when everything will be starting to really move forward and we'll start going into a new destination. But now it's this important time where we are revisiting, redefining, re-questioning, rethinking, reprocessing the plan, the idea, the vision, the direction, the desire, the will, everything that is in our life before we go forward. So it's more important right now to actually be in this place, so that later on, when we'll be launched into a new direction with new energy, we will go into a place that we have contemplated, we have reflected upon, we have planned, we have revisited, we have really looked at everything and really understood what it's about. So we go in with that kind of reassurity of like, I've done the hard work, I've looked deep within, I've realized things and I understood things. It was very uncomfortable. 6 months from now, we will look into this time and we'll go like, that time was really uncomfortable, but I can see now how beneficial it was. So embrace this time, don't disqualify it. Hello Carly Rasta, hello Roll King, hello Christina, hello Andrew, hello Jules, awesome, hello Simone. Yeah, thank you, Simon. Yeah, no, he's watching it. He's not with me tonight, but I have to obey the command. I have to watch it because then he will, did you see the game? So it's like I have to be in a place of integrity saying, yes, I did saw the game. So it's funny because I was never into footy because it's a bit aggressive for me. It's too violent, too many injuries. Like they fall on the ground and I go like, ow, ooh, the empaths, it's kind of like, you can see the pain when they crash on the ground. It's like, soccer, thank you, soccer, elegant, beautiful, much better. But because my son loves footy, you have to do what you have to do for your beloveds. So, Mercury retrograde started a week and a half ago. And it's in Virgo, it's home. And we spoke about it 2 weeks ago. Mercury retrograde was almost in a trine to Uranus, but didn't quite get there. And in the Mercury retrograde, he's doing 3 times trines to Jupiter, and he's doing he's trining the Jupiter, and he's also doing the opposition to Neptune and almost to Saturn. He did one opposition to Saturn. He's not doing another one because Saturn is retrograde further back than what it is. So there will be 3 oppositions to Neptune, 3 trines to Jupiter, and it was almost a trine to Uranus, but not there, and it broke away, and it will get to that trine later on. So now we're in the middle, we're towards the end of the retrograde. Mercury is already on the 12th degree of Virgo, and it will station direct on the 8th degree of Virgo. So from today until next week, he's only gonna move 4 more degrees. And on Friday next week, on the new moon in Virgo, the home of Mercury, Mercury is stationing direct. And the new moon in Virgo will happen on the 21 degrees of Virgo, the degree in which Mercury stationed retrograde. So it's really cool that Mercury stationed retrograde on the 21 degrees, almost trining Uranus. He's going back all the way to the 8th degree, and by the time he's getting to the 8th degree to station direct, the moon and the sun are gonna go into that 21 degree, and then he's gonna go direct as there's the new moon in Virgo on the degree he went retrograde, and the new moon is gonna be trining Uranus, and then later on, Mercury is gonna go direct, and on the 1st of October, when Mercury comes to the 21 degree of Virgo, he's gonna finally trine Uranus. So this 21 degree of Virgo is interesting process around it. That there is a few layers in that realization, epiphany, understanding, inspiration, breakthrough, enlightenment, epiphany, aha. We are in the process of getting it, but you can think about it in a sense, you can think that it's an epiphany, a realization, and enlightenment that takes a month and a half to get. So we are brewing towards it. 2 months. We are brewing towards it, but it's not here yet, and every tick in that process is a part of it. That's why we just need to be patient with the process. It's not fast food. It's not McDonald's. Think about it, it's like you went to a 5-star chef restaurant. McDonald's, you go, you order, you get your burger, it's a shitty, my personal opinion, shitty burger, you got it, $2, thank you very much. You go to a chef restaurant and you sit there for 20 minutes, 25 minutes, half an hour waiting for your food. Because it's been made by a chef, and every ingredient is important, and the way it's been cooked is important, and the way it's being served it's important. But you know that you're sitting there in that chef restaurant, you know that you're gonna be waiting now for half an hour until your food will come. But when it will come, it will be an experience that will delight your senses and will invigorate you. It will be like, wow, it was worth the wait. That's how you should think about this Mercury retrograde, and in this Virgo season as well. So last night there was an event that is important part of the process of this Mercury retrograde and this Virgo season. I'll take it to last night at 9:05 p.m. There you go, here at your 4 o'clock. Last night, 9:05 p.m., Sun and Mercury conjunct Cazimi on the 13 degrees of Virgo, 36 minutes. What does that mean, the Cazimi? The Cazimi means that the Mercury was in the center of the Sun, in the heart of the Sun. So the Sun blasted Mercury with this new information, these new light codes that are going to be delivered to us as Mercury travels around. So as Mercury is doing the retrograde in Virgo, and Virgo season once again, the focus is about staying factual, paying attention to the details, remaining grounded. It's Virgo, Mercury, mental, so it's kind of like take care of your mental health, be grounded, don't let your mind, because Saturn and Neptune are retrograding in Pisces, there's a lot of subconscious stuff going on in the background. And this Virgo season, it's almost like Virgo season with all the retrogrades, with the Venus that was retrograde and now going direct, with the Mercury that is retrograde there. This Virgo season is trying to help us identify where our subconscious mind is tricking us and sabotaging us and cheating us that we are not even aware of. That's why it's the subconscious mind. Subconscious, it's under the conscious awareness. There's like this subconscious drive force, narrative, thought that is there, and we're not even conscious of it, and it's sabotaging our process. And then comes this kind of time where we suddenly reflect on the subconscious. We suddenly pay attention to that subconscious. So for example, we all know that right now the situation of economy and money is not the greatest. Everyone having some form of struggle. Some people the struggle is bigger than others. Some people are really, really struggling. Some people are struggling more than usual, but they're still doing alright. Regardless of your situation, when it comes to money, money is always kind of, for some funny reason, because it's the currency of energy in the world we live in, money can always bring the worst out of people. In divorce process, it's always the money that is the bigger issue. In friendship, going into business together, it's always the money that is the bigger issue. In partnership, in relationship, it's always the money. It's always the money that is playing with people, kind of egos, minds, and things like that. So now, this kind of time we can sit with that and say, okay, how am I limiting myself? Why am I having those thoughts that are blocking my path of expansion, of abundance, of good fortune, or good luck, or success, or okay, the situation is A, but my subconscious process around it is B. And suddenly when there's time like this, when not much is moving forward in the external world and life is kind of almost like stagnant or stuck, or it's forcing us to kind of sit with inner processes. Usually, when you're busy, when you're active, when everything's going well for you, you don't need to pay attention to those things. You just keep on doing what you're doing because everything is going well. But it's when things don't go well and when things don't go your way and things not moving so forward and things are a bit slow or stuck, this is where you suddenly go like, interesting. I'm talking poverty. I'm thinking poverty. I could see how... Why am I talking like that about my job, about my money, about myself? I just realized that I'm having these thoughts, and these thoughts are not thoughts of abundance or success or good fortune or good luck. These thoughts are actually victim-based. These thoughts are actually fear-based. These thoughts are actually, I'm not gonna make it, I don't have enough money to live, I'm unlucky, I'm gonna lose my job, or I don't have a job, I don't have enough work. And you sit there with the wall. And you sit and you look at the wall, and the wall is looking at you, and the wall is your subconscious blockages. The wall is your self-created problems. And your conscious self wants to break through that wall, but you keep on sitting with that wall and you emphasize the wall. You keep on talking about how you are a victim. You keep on talking about how you are poor. You keep on talking how you don't have enough money, you're not gonna finish the month, you don't know how to get through the month, you don't have enough work. And by repeating it, you're emphasizing that. So this time, for example, with this Virgo season, it's kind of like, hey, can you please pay attention in grounded presence to what you think, how you think, what you speak, how you speak? Because that which you speak, even if it's a joke, it's creating a vibration. So you already know that you don't have enough money. You already know you don't have enough work. You already know that you don't know how to pay the bills. You already know that. Okay, now pay attention to that subconscious mind, how it sabotages you, how it weakens you, And make sure that when you're in grounded presence, Virgo, being grounded, being here, paying attention to the narratives, paying attention to the thoughts, paying attention. Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus is kind of like your blessings and your good fortune and your abundance. You're not gonna find it out there. The bank is not gonna help you. Bitcoin is not gonna help you right now. Your investment is not gonna save you from this shithole. It's not happening. The blessing and the way to get out of this is by utilizing the tools that you already have. Jupiter, Uranus in Taurus. Self-reliance, your skills, your talents, your creativity, your love, your joy, your health. You could be gaining that with the tools you already have. So if you will look outside and you will wait for that saving grace miracle from the heavens or from the bank or from Bitcoin or whatever, you're gonna keep on feeling deflated and a victim because it's not expanding now. But if you're gonna go and you're gonna say, okay, we are in Virgo season, Mercury retrograde in Virgo wants me to pay attention to my environment, my email, the emails that are coming in. You have work inquiries on your email, but you're not attending them, and then you sit and think, I don't have enough work. But like, what if you just attend to those emails of people that actually wants to give you work? One example. Okay, maybe you can look into your website and see how you can fix it, how you can adjust it, what can you make better. Look into your system and prepare it and improve it in order to be more efficient and more kind of flowing, in order to allow yourself more. Maybe look into how you run your business. Maybe look into how you have your spending. Kind of assess your spendings. So it's kind of like, that's kind of the energy of like, just look at your personal life. Look at your environment, your office, your laundry room, your bedroom, your house, your garage. Declutter, detox, just be grounded, don't escape. Neptune and Saturn in Pisces can help, and I had a few cases like that, and it's like, it's legit, it's understood, it's in the air. People feeling like they are fighting their own demons. They're telling them that they should quit, they should live this life. Now they don't really plan to suicide, they don't really plan to kill themselves, but they have these inner voices that tells them that I can't take this anymore, I want to escape. It's like desperation or escapism, substances, or I don't know how to handle life, it's overwhelming, it's too much. The sense of victimhood, the sense of this, I'm just gonna watch Netflix so at least I can kind of feel normal, or get some oxytocin by buying something online, get some dopamine by just watching a movie. Just give me something that could kind of relieve me from this harsh reality. And it's kind of like, no, it's okay sometimes to watch a movie. It's okay sometimes, to kind of escape in healthy ways, but come back to reality and do something about it. And pay attention to those subconscious messages of like quitting or living life, or giving up, or that's it, I don't know what to do anymore. Just those are subconscious sabotaging voices. They are not really you. So there's a lot about that, of like, don't let them defeat you. This is not the time to quit. This is not the time to give up. Although it feels like that. It feels like this is the ultimate time to quit, ultimate time to give up, ultimate time to jump ships, ultimate time I'm done with this. No. The opposite is the truth. Don't jump ships. Don't quit. Don't give up. Just the blessings, Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus, the blessings are there with what you already have. And so just do the Virgo healthy kind of thing of like, look into what you can fix, what you can adjust, a positive affirmations, a positive thought. With Venus moving direct now in Leo, Venus entered Leo, traveled all the way to the end of Leo, then she stationed retrograde on that yacht, auspicious yacht to Neptune and Pluto. There is some kind of an evolutionary process here There's a guidance from spirit coming out. Whatever is happening in our love life, in our heart life, in our money, job, career, finance, values, relationships, family, friendships, whatever is happening there, there's a process of death and rebirth. There's a process of detachment and releasing and letting go, while also being open to receive the message from spirit, divine guidance, divine assistance in any shape or form. But it's not going to happen when you want it. It's just going to come when it comes. So don't look for it, but just let it come to you. Then Venus retrograde all the way back to the 12th degree of Leo, and now Venus is moving direct. And so now in the coming weeks, Venus is going to travel through the same degrees again in a process of finalization. Venus now wants to really finalize what's her true heart desires. What does she really love? What does she really want? Where does she want to live? How does she want to live? What is missing in her relationship? How she wants her relationships to be? What does she want with her job, with her career, with her money, and how she really wants it to be? And so Mercury retrograde in Virgo is helping us decompartmentalize and understand and reconfigure the data, the analytics, the mental kind of mind, while it's asking us to remain grounded and present. The mind goes blah 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 blah. The subconscious mind goes blah 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 blah. All these things happening, but where are you? Where are you? And what are you doing in order to serve you? So you have mental anxieties, so you're mentally overwhelmed, so you have paranoias and fears, and you have all this kind of like the despair and kind of like fed up, give up, quit, desperation, victimhood, whatever. What are you doing about that? How are you in service for yourself? How are you holding space for yourself? It's okay if you fall down, but pick yourself up, help yourself. How can I help myself? My life is in the shit. Well, you can't fix your bank account right now, but you can take a deep breath. And when you breathe, you don't think. You give your mind an opportunity to take a break, to pause. And it's like a red traffic light in a junction of 3 highways. There's highways running, vroom, 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 suddenly a red light and everything stops. Boom. And the people can cross the roads. Right? So if your mind is now in this time, is going like a freeway junction of like vroom, 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 comes this Mercury retrograde and all this retrograde season. And it's kind of like take a breath and press on the crossroad kind of traffic light button. And then suddenly all the traffic goes red light. And all the thought stops. And all the craziness stops. Because you just took a moment to take a breath. And that people that walked through the crossroad as the junction stopped, those are your divine messages. Suddenly, a realization comes through. Suddenly, a message comes through. Suddenly, an intuition comes through. Suddenly, something comes through. Because you stopped your mind. You paused all the noise in your mind. It allows the divine, the higher mind, to finally deliver the message. And even if it's not just for that, even if it's just for maintenance, just to ground yourself, to create some stillness. Breath. So last night, Mercury conjunct the Sun. Maybe you found yourself in a conversation, in socializing kind of environment, or maybe listening to something, or thinking about something that suddenly kind of clicked something, an idea, or a message, or an understanding that's kind of like humbling you, but also kind of giving you some food for thought, okay, this might be a solution. Okay, maybe in your meditation, maybe in your reflection, suddenly last night or yesterday into last night you had that kind of moment. So that's one of the big three aspects of this coming week. There's not much for me to share with you tonight. The other thing is that you can see Venus and Juno here at your 6 o'clock. Venus on 12 degrees moving direct, Juno on the 11. Juno is the sacred goddess of marriages, sacred unions, partnerships. Juno was a human woman until she married Jupiter. Juno is the wife of Jupiter. And when she married Jupiter, she became a goddess. And so this is kind of like saying to us is like, it's helping us in that quest. And I'll take it when exactly they're gonna conjunct exactly. They're going to conjunct exactly. There you go. On Sunday afternoon at around 3 p.m. a bit earlier. There you go. Sunday 2:52 p.m. Juno and Venus are going to conjunct in Leo. So this is beautiful. This is awesome. Because like you could potentially, if you are in a relationship, you could suddenly find that love in your union, in your existing unions. You could find that royal heart, pleasure, fun, love, expression, creativity in your existing relationship. If it's with a partner or with a friend or a relative, it's suddenly there's a good pill, there's a sweet pill here. It's like, there is the love. All this Venus retrograde, I was hearing Black Eyed Peas, where is the love? And I was like, here is the love. Now, let's say you are single. Maybe you do something that is really fun, that you really enjoy, that is your kind of expression. Maybe it's a walk in nature, maybe it's drawing a mandala, maybe it's playing a song, creating a music piece or poetry or whatever. Your creative self-expression, that's Leo. And suddenly you find the love there. You find your presence of love there. You find your union there. You're like, that's nice, I love it. On the way there, this is on Sunday afternoon, and tomorrow, almost 48 hours before, tomorrow, there we go. This is another beautiful thing which is already cooking, and it's exactly tomorrow at 9:03 p.m. So 22 hours from now, tomorrow Friday, the Sun, 15 degrees 33 minutes of Virgo, is trining Jupiter. Beautiful. Suddenly we find some rewards. We have a bit of a pleasant breakthrough. We have a blessing. We have some good feeling. We have some joy. Jupiter is in Taurus, so it's in a physical reality. Jupiter in Taurus, the home of Venus. And so in the same time Venus is with Juno, the Sun trines Jupiter. So if your marriage or your relationship experienced some bumps, some up and downs in the last few weeks with all this process, because all the individuals are going through a process, suddenly comes this week. Last night Mercury conjunct the Sun, you understand something, you realize something, you talk about something, you reflect on something, there's a breakthrough in conversation, there's an understanding in conversation or in reflection. And now it's already with us as the Sun breaks off Mercury. Now the Sun going from Mercury, she shined the light into the mental mind to understand something. Now it goes and it trines Jupiter, and it's in Taurus. So in our existing physical reality, in our business, in our relationship, there is suddenly some good development, a creative inspiration, a creative idea, because Jupiter is like this higher knowledge, natural law, philosophical, like higher teachings and higher understanding. But it's also the rewarding, the blessing, and it's in Taurus, the home of Venus. And what is Venus doing? She's with Juno. So in your existing partnership, in your existing marriage, in your existing relationship with your children, with your partners, with your parents, with your friends, whatever, suddenly there is a nice feeling. We can find home for a moment here. We can just kind of like, oh, here is a bit of joy, here is a bit of fun, here is a bit of a creative inspiration, here is a bit of good luck, good development. Maybe you've been working on a project that suddenly have a shift. Maybe you've been working on a business idea that suddenly have a shift. Maybe you've been dealing with something in your relationship that suddenly the partners get it and suddenly there's a nice experience. Something is happening here that is good. Yay, I can give you some good news. Awesome, beautiful. And it's happening on a quiet week. So remember, the full moon in Pisces, it was like the full moon of release, of surrender, of let go. So it's very matching the energy of the final week of integration of the full moon in Pisces towards the new moon in Virgo, that is kind of this quiet. There's just this time of kind of like, wow, we can just sit with things. We can just feel the love, receive good luck, receive a breakthrough, receive some good development, receive. Juno with Venus in Leo, I love that. That's beautiful. And basically, that's the main aspect of this week. And then, as we go through the days, we're traveling. Mercury is traveling back into the stationary. Mars is moving forward in Libra. The moon is traveling through Cancer. And then on Sunday night, at the same time that Venus and Juno conjunct, the moon in Cancer is going to do the opposition to Capricorn. And it's going to be exactly at... on Sunday at 10:48 p.m. we're going to have the moon, 28 degrees of Cancer, 6 o'clock here, in opposition to Pluto. You might feel like the moon wants to feel home, it wants to feel secured, it wants to feel emotionally secure, and it wants to be available and to receive and to give love and nurturing and caring. And it's in opposition to Pluto, but this time Venus is with Juno and the Sun just trine Jupiter. So there's something here that I feel that instead of having the Pluto kind of like, oh, you're not getting it, I feel that this could actually be the breakthrough. It's like, oh, finally a transformation. Finally we have a bit of evolution in our relationship. Finally we have a bit of evolution, but remember, everything is in retrograde, so it's not gonna be like big wow. It might be small, but take the small gifts in this time. Take the small gifts with gratitude. It's like, give me that, I'll take that, thank you so much. It could be just a hug. Suddenly your child giving you a loving hug and you go like, oh, thank goodness for this hug, such a medicine, I'm getting love. Maybe your child was a bit distant from you lately, and suddenly the child comes and gives you that hug and is like, I love you, mommy, I love you, daddy. And suddenly your heart goes, oh, that's worth it all, for example. So that's an interesting point. And then on Monday the moon enters Leo, and on Monday at this is quite cool, there we go, Tuesday at 5:48 a.m. So Tuesday morning the moon will be in Leo here on your 9 o'clock together with Venus and Juno. So there will be a feeling embodied emotional process of union, of love, of understanding, of good feeling, of happiness. There's something good cooking here. And it's also, remember, this is now Tuesday. It is 3 days before the new moon. So there's this kind of something good comes in. Mercury is already on Tuesday on the 9th degree of Virgo, 1 degree away from stationary. And then what else is happening is that from Monday, Uranus here in Taurus, 12 o'clock, 22 degrees, 59 minutes in Taurus, is now doing a sextile to Neptune. And this is also beautiful. Sextile is beneficial. Neptune is this divine message, divine inspiration, unconditional love, a miracle, some magic, some healing. Uranus in Taurus, a breakthrough, a revelation, an epiphany, an understanding, And this is cooking us. This sextile between Neptune and Uranus is going on from now until mid-October. So we're gonna have a month of this where Neptune brings this divine love, these miracles, this healing from higher dimensions, of divine love, and Uranus beyond time and space, delivering this new frequency that helps us break through. So it's almost like there is a bit of a tick that is starting the process of the shifts, because Mercury retrograde until next Friday, the 15th of September, and then we have Mercury, Mars and Venus direct. Things are starting to move. And as we get to October, we have more direct movement happening. So right now, we are in the depth of the retrograde season, the slowest, the most kind of inwards. Embrace it, be there, think about like a week of meditation, a week of reflection, a week of being open to receive any gifts in any shape and form, any love in any shape and form. Of course, any love, good love, healthy love, yeah? But just, this is this week. It's a week that kind of like allows us to sit with everything, to understand what it's about, to kind of talk about it, reflect, do some healing work, meditate, journal, process, and then this is Tuesday morning. So what is this now? I'm taking it to Tuesday night. This is Tuesday night, the 12th of September. I will be at Here Yoga doing the sound healing meditation. The moon will be in Cancer. The moon will be in Leo. In the same time, Juno is still with Venus. Mercury is on the 8th degree already, where it's going to be stationed in direct. And the Sun is already on the 19 degrees of Virgo. Mars on the 10th degree of Libra. And so Mars is going to help us take actions for balance in our life. Venus and Juno is going to bring the love and the union to be found within our existing partnership, existing relationship. And just be aware with Mars in Libra, just any actions for justice should be a win-win situation. If it's not a win-win, it could easily become a fight, a battle of who is right, who is wrong, who is with that justice with. Everyone think that they are just and the other one is not just. It's like, no. The keyword for Mars in Libra will be it's neither or, it's both and more. Last night I sat with beautiful Dana and her partner Pete. We had a beautiful philosophical conversation as Mercury was conjunct the Sun. And we were talking about the whole thing of the flat earth and the round earth, and they were sharing with me what they know, and I shared with them what I know. And it was a beautiful discussion of three humble souls. We were very humble. None of us claimed to know the right truth. None of us claimed to be in a position that we know what's right and you are wrong. No, we were all talking a very light-hearted, uplifting conversation around the fact that we are all right and we are all wrong. And when you realize that you and your partner are both right and you are both wrong, you both have something to learn and you both have something to teach, and both of you can make changes to make it better. And that's a humble place of like, okay, I will fix that, you will fix that, I'll work on that, you work on that. We love each other. We love and appreciate each other. That's not the problem. But we are arguing about these little things. You do this, it annoys me, then I'm stressed out, then I'm coming at you, and then it annoys you, and we're just looping in a negative equation. So, okay, if you could change that for me, that would be great. I'll really appreciate it, and then that will help me be more like that, and then I won't be doing that to you. Win-win. Give and take. Mars in Libra, give and take. Venus and Juno in Leo. Bring love, bring royal love into your relationship. Okay? And that's pretty much it. So I will see you again next Thursday. This is on Wednesday. The moon is on Wednesday. The moon is entering Virgo, and the moon is gonna come on top of Mercury. There you go. The moon will come on top of Mercury on Thursday morning. So moon conjunct Mercury, which is starting to station, and this is already in a dark moon phase towards the new moon in Virgo. So I will see you again next Thursday evening when we're gonna be in the dark moon phase towards the new moon. The new moon, we will talk about it next week. But the new moon exactly is going to happen on Friday. There you go. And just to give you a hint, the new moon is happening. Oops, another hour. New moon is next Friday at 11:39 a.m. Okay, so next Friday morning is the new moon in Virgo. We will talk about it next Thursday. Chat room. Slop 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Good evening. Good to have you with us again. Hello Carrie and hello Casper. Thank you for the love, Casper. And thank you, Dana. Clara. Hello, beautiful Clara. It's so good to have you with us. So, this was a short to the point love stream. There's not much to cover. Thank goodness I could finally give you some ease and comfort that this week is not as intense, it's not as active, it's actually quite a quiet energy with actually beneficial positive alignments of tomorrow. I didn't speak about tomorrow. I did. Tomorrow Sun trines Jupiter. Something good is coming in. Juno is together with Venus. The love can be found in existing relationship, in existing partnership, some good development in your projects, in your creativity, in your business, in your career, in your relationship. It's not gonna be the big boom bang, but it's gonna be a nice little tiny shift, event, insight, understanding, experience that suddenly brings a bit of sweetness, a bit of goodness. Embrace it. Take it on. Bring it on. At the same time, all this week, remember, we are in the final week of releasing and surrendering and letting go of the old energy of the full moon in Pisces. So notice the subconscious mind, what it does to you, how it affects your frequency. Uranus sextile Neptune. How is your subconscious mind affect your frequency and prevents you from manifesting the magic and the miracles that you deserve and you can manifest as an alchemist? It's a week to really sit with your alchemist and say, I am manifesting more problems because I am thinking that. And the situation in reality is that, and it's not going to help me if I'm going to keep on thinking that. I need to recreate a thought form, to pay attention to my negative self-belief, negative self-speech, sabotage in subconscious mind, so that I can actually create a positive influence on my physical reality and start manifesting better things. So this week is a contemplative week, it's a calmer week, it's a week to rest, to slow down, to integrate, to declutter, to understand, to realize. And next Friday comes the new moon in Virgo, Mercury goes direct, and the new moon is trine to Uranus, and it's something beautiful. We have a bit of a good shift there, okay? So I wish you all a beautiful week. Thank you, Roina. And thank you so much, and good luck to Collingwood. So we will finish with again with Jai Jagadish, a beautiful song for this week. Thank you, Ma'amritanya Mantra. Jai Jagadish, reminding us to love ourselves and and just to be easy on ourselves and to kind of like remember that there is love and we're always guided and protected by spirit and everything is in divine order. Everything's gonna be alright. So stay positive, stay loved, stay happy, take care of yourself. Come to Sound Healing. I'm here for you. Love you all. Peace. Bye.
Beloved child, you are the light of the world. Beloved child, go out, spread light to the world. Be strong, be kind, be brave. Know your mind, know that you're divine. Know that it's alright to be afraid. Know that you are loved. Rest in peace. rest in peace.